made it to the zoo anyway. And this is our hotel room. Very small and cozy. The bed and the big wardrobes. And the bathroom. Very clean, very nice. The hotel's called the Tank Stream Hotel in Sydney, very central. It's 11 o'clock in Australia here right now, but with a 2-hour time difference, it's actually only 9 o'clock, so it's breakfast time. I'm starving. We're gonna grab some breakfast or kind of like brunch at a place called Ben's. After a lovely brunch, we just used our first day to wander around the streets of Sydney. I was really in love with all of these small, colourful houses, and they actually reminded me a little bit of London, which would make sense with Australia's history. I bumped into this funny looking bird, which I still don't know the name of it to this day. It did take me about a day to figure out as well that these birds are literally like pigeons. They are everywhere in Sydney. We then headed to this little cocktail bar that Nick found, and as we were there during International Negroni Week, we obviously had to order one.
Make me famous, huh?
On the opposite side of the street, we found this cute Japanese shop, and if you didn't know, both Nick and I are in love with Japanese interior. And as we walked back to the CBD, we actually did a little bit of shopping as well, and I did end up in one of my favorite shops, Uniqlo. I quite like them, they're really cool. Good length as well, a little bit baggy. There's just big pockets on the side here. Feel really comfortable. I think it's the same ones in this camel brown. I love this shirt, that's really cool. I saw it and it reminded me of a holiday in Italy, like sitting somewhere by the pool or by the beach, drinking Campari. I'll definitely take that with me. Final one for today. This is a linen shirt. It does fit really well, but I kind of want it to be more baggy. I wanted it to be more of a like summery shirt, kind of like this one was. So I feel like I'm just gonna go with this one. I love this one. It's the next morning. It's bright and early because of the time difference. We woke up at like 6:30 in the morning. But I think we're gonna come down to the harbour and to Wharf where the Opera House is, because obviously it's going to get really busy here later on today, so we thought we'd just come here now. And we just arrived to this beautiful view. The sun just came out as well. Beautiful here, I can't even describe. I'm so incredibly impressed with Sydney. I had no expectations. I didn't do a lot of research before coming here and it absolutely blew me away. I think Sydney is probably one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been to. So we have the CBD just behind us, which is like the central area, but then there are so many areas as well that look a lot like London, funnily enough. Paddington, for example, or I think yesterday I went to a place called Surrey Hills, something along the lines, and there's so many Victorian style houses and brick houses, and it honestly feels a little bit like a tropical, bigger London, and I'm loving it so far. If I could pack up my bags tomorrow and move here, I probably would. I'm so in love with this city. Got so many seagulls. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of what I hoped for from Auckland. So we moved to Auckland without me being there before, and I kind of hoped it would be something like that, but then it wasn't, unfortunately. It's like a very small city and it doesn't have, oh god, people looking at me. It's a very small city. Auckland is not even remotely as big as Sydney, and I was kind of hoping for Sydney in Auckland. So yeah, we're gonna grab a coffee now and then head off to Paddington Market. On our way to Paddington Market, we walked through the botanical gardens and I found one of my birdie friends again. If you know how they're called, please let me know. And we actually spent quite a bit of time here looking at all of the flowers and plants. It was so nice because we came to Sydney at the start of spring and all of the flowers were blooming. Just arrived at Paddington Market. Oh, I like the shirt. Okay. I did get myself this gorgeous gold ring, and we then went for a little coffee break to this coffee shop just around the corner. There's just nothing more refreshing than an iced latte on a long day walking around in the city. We then headed to another area called Newtown, and we were told that there are a lot of great vintage shops, and we did find a few ones, but I didn't quite find anything I liked. Everything was very western cowboy style, which isn't quite what I'm after. And because we didn't have enough coffee already, we then headed to a coffee breakfast place called Valentina's, which is in a more suburban area, but it was really great. I loved the food, and the coffee was also really yummy. We made it to Tauronga. Was it Tauronga? Yeah. We made it to Tauronga. We made it to Tauronga Zoo.
We made it to the zoo.
We made it to the zoo anyway. And we're just on the way to the Australian section. So there's one section specifically for Australian animals, and obviously that's what we want to see today. We already saw some parrots and some funny birds, but yeah, really excited to see what else they have. I wonder what's in here.
This is the aviary.
Wow! I can't really see them against the light, but there's parrots everywhere. What is so cool? You can see one sitting in the back there. We also saw some parrots in Sydney in the botanical gardens. I just can't believe that there are just parrots everywhere. It's just so cool. I wonder if they're all hand raised, because they could so easily just come out here.
Yeah, well, this is not meant to keep them back.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's more to keep us on the path.
Our next stop for the day was Manly Beach. We just took the ferry from the zoo, which is quite simple, you can just hop on and off. Even though the sun was out, it was a bit too fresh to go into the water, so I just got myself another coffee instead and read my book.
How is RØDE?
It's very light. It's probably too milky for you. There was a super cool bar by the pier where I tried a pink slushy cocktail, which was really nice. And as the sun started to set, we hopped onto the ferry again and headed back to the CBD. And as our aim was to go to as many bars and restaurants as we can in Sydney, we found another cool underground place where we ended our night. Haven't really taken out the camera too much today. We just came down to Bondi Beach today and we were just lying in the sun the whole day. It's still a little bit fresh, so we didn't go into the water, but we were just lying on the beach enjoying the sun. We just had some lovely lunch as well and some iced coffee. Oh, the coffee is really good. And I also just picked up a new t-shirt that says Bondi Beach on it. I know, I'm a bit of a sucker for merch for places I went to, but yeah, I don't know, I thought it was like a really cute little t-shirt. I'm actually quite tired. We went out for drinks last night and came home pretty late. It's around 3 o'clock right now, so we're planning to head back to the city and just have a chill evening really. I'm not really sure what the plan is, to be honest. We were thinking of just heading back to the hotel or maybe even to the botanical gardens, because the botanical gardens were really beautiful. Just grab another coffee and just sit somewhere in the sun and enjoy our second to last day. So far still super impressed with Sydney. I just feel so happy here. It just feels so good to be away from rainy Auckland for a few days. And I already checked the weather and it's unfortunately raining the next 2 weeks again in Auckland. So I'm really not looking forward to going back, but yeah, not thinking about that now. I'm just enjoying the last few days here that we have. Tomorrow we were planning to go shopping a little bit as well. Have a chill last day with a little bit of shopping and just good food and drinks. It's our last day in Sydney today, and we're just wandering around some shops. We just came to this really cute arcade or pavilion, I think it's called. And yeah, just haven't really planned that much anymore. Just want to get maybe some souvenirs and some little gifts from our parents. And then our flight is going back at I think 5 p.m. and we aim to be at the airport at like 3ish, so we still have a bit of time to do some duty-free shopping because that's honestly the best part if you go on travels, is going to a big airport. And I think Sydney is quite a big one where you can do a little bit of duty-free shopping as well. But yeah, I honestly so much enjoyed my time here. It was such a cool holiday. I really love Sydney.